Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, this is for all the PS5 boys out there, or if you have a PS4 and you guys are still trying to get a PS5, you guys can still go and claim these games if you guys are PlayStation Plus members. So hopefully you guys are up to date and also have your subscriptions all active and you guys can still go get the games. Or if you guys have a PS5, a lot of cool new games for you guys to go and check out and go get for free. So there's actually a really good list of good games, and I'll kind of give you guys my thoughts. I've played quite a few of them or heard quite a few of them as well. We'll also show up the gameplay trailers in the background as we're talking about them, so you guys can kind of see if you guys want to download them or not. If you guys don't know what basically, it's just basically the monthly subscription for Sony. That's how you get the PlayStation Plus. And as well, when it comes to all the games and the game times for you guys to go get them, it's starting on March 2nd. So we have a few more days if you guys are seeing stuff in the next near future, so be on the lookout for that. I'll give you guys a whole on list as well. Thank you guys all so much for clicking on the video. If any of you guys are brand new, we are giving away a PS5, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that if you guys would like to. As well, also leave a like if you guys enjoy these types of videos. Comment down below what maybe game you guys might want to go and get. I'm very, very biased because I really like Final Fantasy games. So I'd probably say go make sure you guys go and download the Final Fantasy remake. And of course, if you guys want to, as of the Twitter and Twitch stream, link down below, the Amazon link for the PS5, if you guys want to check for warehouses or whatever. And of course, Webull and Coinbase, you guys deposit $100 into Webull, you guys get free stocks, and Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. All the little sell links are always linked down below, and thank you guys all for watching. So to kind of make it really quick for you guys, if you guys want to see, I'll kind of give you guys my thoughts, because I play a lot of these games. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Very good game. You guys can go get this on March 2nd. Farpoint, never heard of it, but I think it might be a VR game as well. So if you guys are into VR gaming, that might be one for you. Maquette, which I might be saying wrong. That game's very cool. I'll show you guys that trailer a little bit. I think you guys will like it. And Remnant from Ashes, very good game. I highly recommend pretty much all three of these for sure. Farpoint, if you guys have actually played this before, you guys can let me know. And as I said, this is all coming up on March 2nd as well, so you guys can be on the lookout for that. So I'll kind of go and just kind of give you guys my thoughts on this. If you guys want to go and skip ahead on any one of the videos, you guys totally can. I'm just going to kind of give you guys the rundowns of like what I've played or how I've done it. But if you guys don't care, you guys can also just go ahead and click off the video. It's up to you guys. So I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen the Final Fantasy VII news that has happened throughout these past few days. There is a new little DLC being announced up in here for the Final Fantasy VII remake. So if you guys want to, be on the lookout for that, and maybe another better reason to go and download the game in case you guys wanted to go and actually get the actual DLC as well. I don't think it's part 2. I was a little bit confused on that when I first saw it because I wasn't sure how they're going to structure on that on up. But there is going to actually be a small remake for that coming out in a few months. So if you guys like this type of stuff, you guys can be on the lookout for it. This game, I'm sure most of you guys have known of the Final Fantasy games. It's a JRPG. It's basically like the remake and restructuring of the story and gameplay of the original Final Fantasy VII, which is probably one of the most beloved Final Fantasy games out there in general. And overall, this game was very good. I know there was a little bit of apprehension because the start was a little bit more different and a little bit slower and took a little bit longer than you would probably expect to get out of the first initial area. But I really have high hopes for these next upcoming games, like the next like parts of the actual game itself, depending on how many parts they want to do. The game had a really good story, really good characters. The gameplay was very fun too as well, so all the fighting and such. As you guys can see, these are pretty much what the cutscenes look like too as well in the game. And I thought the game was just really good. It ran really well, and I would love to play this game up on the PS5 myself. And also, you guys can literally get it for free, which I think is a pretty good value just because the game has a lot of hours into the game. Now, some people may not love these types of style of games. I could totally get it. I know some people prefer like sports or not too much into like RPG type style games. But I do want to say I do heavily recommend it. There's a reason why the Final Fantasy series is probably some of the best series overall that a lot of us have ever actually gone and played. And of course, it's just a good game. It's a good story, good lore. I can maybe see how people can maybe comment down below saying, I didn't like it, or this one is better, blah, blah, blah. But for free, can you really complain? I also did a few sponsored campaigns with them too as well up on Twitch. So I was going to give it a lot of credit. I thought the game was really good. The bosses were good, the chapters were good, the graphics were good. Everything about this I think is probably worth the download. I mean, especially for something that is also free. So that's kind of my take on this if you guys care. As I mentioned, it's also just a good game. So if you guys want to watch more, you guys always can. But well, the next one I want to go and touch on for this video is Remnant from Ashes. Apparently I have to go and have my date. I have to go and apparently have my date. We already had all these videos out from before, so I'll just show you guys the trailers from E3. Now this game, I played it a decent bit. It wasn't awful. If you guys ever want to chime in your thoughts or give your own opinions, I'm always okay with that too down below. This game was kind of cool. Imagine like Dark Souls, like type of combat, but it's multiplayer with bosses, and I don't know. I liked it. I personally thought it was a fun game, especially for actually, well, you know, for free. It's also multiplayer, which is maybe nice if you guys have friends or you guys have brother, sister who you maybe want to play with, especially, you know, as of right now in quarantine stuff. But the game itself is good. I think there's also like a lot of DLCs that they've announced too, as well as time's been going on. And the game itself is kind of challenging too. I'm not sure if you guys like these types of challenging games myself. I'm like, if I'm in the mood for it, like a Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, I'm down, and this game is very similar to that. So if you guys like those types of challenging games, I'd probably recommend this game, and it's probably good for the download. I mean, all this is probably worth it because they're all free, but kind of my take on it. I think the gameplay was good, the style was good, and since it is multiplayer, it is always kind of nice. I will go and say multiplayer games to play with your buds, always a pretty good experience. And the graphic, art style, and all that stuff was pretty unique. I personally thought it was kind of good, at least in my opinion. So I'd probably recommend this one too as well. So now the next one I want to kind of maybe dive on into, as long as PlayStation doesn't make me have to do my date of birth, but in case you guys ever know my birthday, you guys better say happy birthday this year or not, I'm gonna be sad. This game is a game that I was actually on the lookout for myself. Here's, I was trying to go mute it, but I guess it's still just kind of going.
It's not.
I don't even know where the audio is even coming from. There you guys go. I don't know where it came from. And now it's gone. Well, there you guys go. There's the first mystery. Maybe that's a sign you shouldn't download it. But no, this game itself overall, I believe, if I correct me if I'm wrong, we'll kind of watch the trailer. I think this is like that cool perspective-based puzzle game. Maybe you guys can see some of the gameplays that popped enough. I've seen this on Reddit, and I've seen this on a bunch of different places all throughout the years. But I think it's mostly like a perspective-based game where if you go and pick up blocks and such as you move it closer, typically you'd imagine the block would always be the same size, but I believe this entire game has a weird engine where you essentially can go and control how everything is by doing stuff like this, but it technically, I think, makes it bigger. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same game or not. We can kind of go and see, but I think that's how this game works. I think it's like, I guess we'll see in a few seconds in the trailer itself. If you guys like puzzle games, I've heard, I think, very good things if this is the same thing I'm thinking of, but we'll kind of go. This is where I always do it live, so we'll see how it always kind of plays on out. As I met this guy, just grab the block so you know what we're talking about. I think, as I mentioned, I think it's like a perspective thing. So I think if you move this, and then it technically gets smaller as you move it away, and then bigger as it gets closer, we can kind of go and see. Or maybe more so just based on the same thing. Maybe it's a completely different game. I don't know. We'll see in 10 seconds as we're watching. If you guys want to know more, you guys can check it out down below. All these times in these videos, I just kind of wing it, and this is probably one of those moments where we're just kind of winging it over here. But it's just a puzzle game, so if you guys like the puzzle style, you guys can go and see. Maybe that's a different game. I don't know. Well, I guess we can see if this. That does look bigger. I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it looks like they're maybe tied together. I don't know. You guys can fill me on the blanks or not. But it looks kind of nifty. I mean, I don't really mind puzzle games myself. I think it's kind of cool. It has a cute little art style too as well. And anything free is always good with me. I'm sure you guys are in the same boat as well. Should we go and see? All that is tiny is simultaneously huge in this intriguing first-person puzzler designed around an esque recursive simulation, makes PlayStation 5's debut as part of our next month's PlayStation Plus lineup. Since we're in the center of a world in which the rules are written from our own, solutions to puzzles require to twist the world recursively. Yeah, okay, I think maybe that was kind of what I was talking about. Okay, cool. And now, I've never heard of this game before. I'm not too much into VR gaming. I do have a VR headset. This game is apparently called Farpoint. As I mentioned, you guys can go and download now for free. Well, not free, on March 2nd. I do also want to make a note as we're showcasing up this game. Apparently, this game came out in 2017, or at least the trailers were in 2017. We also do have Destruction All-Stars. Now, even if you guys don't have a PS5, you guys can claim this on your actual store itself. So make sure you guys actually go do it either through the app or just in general on the website. But you guys can also still redeem Destruction All-Stars. Make sure you guys go and get that before it turns into $19.99. There's no reason not to. It's literally a free game. But you guys get that until April 5th. They have like a weird deal with Sony, so they have it go for a little while extra longer. I played it a few times. I thought it was kind of a fun game to go and play. The game itself might lose a lot of its player base after the PS5. It's like not free anymore on the PS5. But it was kind of a cool game, cool experience, worth at least loading into a few lobbies. And especially as the game is all free, a lot of folks out there are probably getting the game in general. So as I mentioned, this game is also a VR game in case you guys are curious on this one. It looks okay. I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. But if I really had to go and be selective with my hard drive space, probably Final Fantasy VII Remake and, of course, Remnant are probably the top two for me. But that's kind of just my take overall. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games. I like good JRPGs. I like action games. Or if you guys like VR, I mean, really, it's free. What's wrong with checking that out? So these are all the actual games you guys can get to go and see throughout this month. If you guys also like these types of style of videos, let me know. I don't mind making these every month whenever we have new stuff kind of coming out, showing up the trailers and stuff, and then you guys go and see. Plus, I also do like hearing all of your feedback too as well on games either you guys like or you guys would recommend, or maybe if you guys played, like, say, this game and you guys just didn't like it. It's always good for everyone to go and know. So as always, guys, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed, especially for the PS5 giveaway. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below your thoughts. We always have the sell links for the Twitch, Twitter, link down below, Amazon for the PS5 link to go and check for the restock stuff or whatever. And of course, Weeble, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. And Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin as well. There's always link down below. Let me know if you guys are going to pick up any of these games in general. And hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you guys have a good rest of your days. Either way, love you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys up in the next one.